The TEVVA truck, the company's third-generation vehicle, results from 7 years of engineering research and development and the knowledge gained through more than 200,000 miles, 350,000 kilometers of in-fleet testing. Welcome back to Voltify. In today's episode, we'll see the TEVVA new electric truck revolutionizing transportation. Do you have any thoughts on it? Let's sit back and see how it happens. TEVVA, a truck startup, has become the first in the UK to begin mass manufacturing of electric vehicles. After getting European-type certification, the regulatory clearance necessary by all volume producers, the business began producing its 7.5-ton electric truck for clients at a plant in Tilbury, Essex. TEVVA has moved rapidly to deliver its first cars to clients after becoming the first British business to achieve EC whole vehicle type certification for a 7.5-ton electric truck. Customers, including Expect Distribution, Travis Perkins, and Royal Mail, will anxiously await the delivery of the first mass-produced electric vehicles from their UK location. In 2023, the business projects sell up to 1,000 electric trucks. The EU and UK have obtained the necessary certification through the Vehicle Certification Agency and the Swedish Transport Agency. The TEVVA electric truck performed 30 systems tests to achieve vehicle-type clearance, including electrical safety and electromagnetic compatibility to current requirements. Decarbonizing trucks is an essential component of the global endeavor to achieve net zero carbon emissions. According to the Department for Transport, heavy goods trucks accounted for around 19% of the UK's transportation-related carbon emissions in 2020. But because batteries have proved too expensive and heavy to utilize at the scale required in a lorry traveling long distances, truck manufacturers need to catch up on automakers in their preparation for the move away from fossil fuels. TEVVA is not the first firm to manufacture electric vehicles in the UK. The 19-ton OF Electric from Dutch lorry manufacturer DAF Trucks is constructed in Lancashire at its Leyland subsidiary. Yet DAF only assembles a few vehicles on a production line yearly. The TEVVA truck's 105 kilowatt-hour battery, nearly double the size of a typical electric vehicle, will allow them to go 140 miles. Around 200,000 miles, 350,000 kilometers of in-fleet testing and 7 years of engineering development went into creating the third-generation TEVVA truck. The production of TEVVA vehicles is expected to begin in July 2022. Since 2019, it has been running a fleet of 15 prototype electric delivery vehicles in conjunction with UPS in the UK, testing prototypes under real-world conditions. The truck includes a 105 kilowatt-hour LFP battery pack, which is very modest, and can provide up to 140 miles, 225 kilometers of range on a single charge. Given that it has been designed as a last-mile delivery option, that is more than sufficient. TEVVA also plans to start producing a vehicle with a hydrogen fuel cell range extender in 2023. With a range of 354 miles, 570 kilometers, it will be more adaptable and suitable for a wider range of uses. It takes 5 hours to charge to 90% using the onboard 22 kilowatt charger, while it takes 10 minutes to fill the 9 kilogram hydrogen tank. A 192 kilowatt or 257 horsepower motor with a peak torque output of 596 newton meters powers the vehicle. That's 439 pound-feet. There are now no available extra power alternatives, and with this output, the truck's speed may be low when fully loaded, with an additional approximately 3 tons inside. TEVVA claims that the entire ownership expenses of the vehicle, which can hold 16 Euro pallets, are equivalent to those of a standard diesel truck of the same capacity. Decarbonizing trucks are an essential component of the global endeavor to achieve net zero carbon emissions. According to the Department for Transport, heavy goods trucks accounted for around 19% of the UK's transportation-related carbon emissions in 2020. But because batteries have proved too expensive and heavy to utilize at the scale required in a lorry traveling long distances, truck manufacturers are falling behind automakers in their preparation for the move away from fossil fuels. We come to the middle of this episode. What do you think about this electric truck? Is it worth it? Does it own the transportation revolution? Comment below and subscribe to our channel. The Indian giant Bharat Forge and other investors have backed TEVVA in its plans to produce hydrogen-powered trucks that might travel further distances, since they can refuel more rapidly than battery-powered trucks. These lorries would be available in 12 and 19-ton variants, with the latter's manufacturer set to begin at Tilbury in 2024. Deliveries of the first mass-produced electric vehicles have already started, according to TEVVA, with clients like Royal Mail, Travis Perkins, and Anticipate Distribution. The company anticipates selling up to 1,000 electrified trucks this year. The TEVVA electric vehicle performed 30 systems tests for electric safety and electromagnetic compatibility to receive ECWVTA accreditation. TEVVA's 7.5-ton electric truck, designed for last-mile and urban deliveries, has a range of up to 140 miles on a 105 kilowatt-hour battery. The 7.5-ton truck will be available later this year with a hydrogen range extender, increasing the range to 354 miles. TEVVA's 7.5-ton electric truck can go up to 140 miles or 227 kilometers on a single charge, making it perfect for last-mile and urban delivery operations. It will be followed by a 7.5-ton hydrogen electric truck later in 2023, which will benefit from a hydrogen range extender that will increase the vehicle range to 354 miles, 570 kilometers. The full technical specifications for both versions may be found here. According to Bennett, customers are enthusiastic about the possibility of TEVVA's hydrogen vehicle and hydrogen as a backup fuel to lithium-ion batteries, since a large portion of the medium-duty truck market demands greater range capabilities. Starting in 2024, they will also begin manufacturing a 19-ton hydrogen electric vehicle. TEVVA's most recent initiative addresses what it sees as a big hunger among fleet operators for electric vehicles, since the chance to decrease emissions makes strong commercial sense. In a statement, Bennett said, "We are on a mission to make sustainable vehicles widely accessible. Our technology will enable the European governments and the transportation sector to achieve net zero goals. By accepting both hydrogen and electric fuel sources, we may reconsider the energy mix in transportation, relieve strain on our power grid, and speed up the adoption of electric trucks," the study suggests. TEVVA is a familiar player in the market despite having received permission to construct its electric truck in large quantities. Since 2016, the firm has had vehicles on UK roads, including 15 range-extended electric trucks operated by UPS in Southampton and Birmingham. The company first focused on hydrogen as a complement to battery power. According to Bennett, who stated to Forbes.com, as an additional energy vector, hydrogen has the ability to lessen the demand on the existing grid infrastructure, further supporting the rollout of dual-energy electric trucks. TEVVA is now collaborating with energy partners to deliver low-carbon hydrogen to their customers' depots. The cars have gone through a lot of testing. The most recent hot weather testing for the TEVVA truck occurred in Sierra Nevada, Spain, when the fully loaded truck regularly ascended to 2,500 meters. The car was put through its paces in Finland, 300 kilometers north of the Arctic Circle, with no noticeable decrease in performance. In real-world fleet testing, TEVVA trucks have traveled close to 500,000 kilometers. The hydrogen fuel cell is utilized in hydrogen electric cars to keep the battery charged. It is completed very quickly, and then the battery is fully recharged at night in the yard, which takes 5 to 6 hours, which is acceptable because no one is using it. Let's briefly review what the hydrogen fuel cell does. It combines the stored hydrogen with oxygen from the air to produce electricity and water. A proton exchange membrane allows the hydrogen ion to pass through and recombine with oxygen pumped across the cathode to produce H2O or water. It functions like an electric battery, a two-plate system separated by an electrolyte membrane. Stored hydrogen is passed across an anode where a catalyzer pulls off electrons, creating a hydrogen ion. The water is pumped across the cathode. The cost to move electricity is typically very low because it is 90 to 95% efficient. This is a big plus for battery electric vehicles because our infrastructure is already highly optimized, so the energy will always be reasonably cheap. In contrast, transporting hydrogen is challenging. We come to a close. If you like the video, share and subscribe to our channel for more information. Bang the bell icon before leaving for quick notification.